Alright, let's try and see if we can open the project after 3 years. What we can see is that as soon as we open the project, the Gradle is unable to sync and we get this thread error. Let's see how can we fix this. If we look at around, we can see that even the project is half open, so we cannot really do much and see the files of the project. If I click on project files, then I would be able to kind of look into the project. And now I'm looking for some version so I can bump, because this version of Android Studio is quite new. It's a recent beta version, Jellyfish, and I am kind of suspicious that this might be the issue. So let's see, what do we have here. We have MinSDK version 21. That's fine for today, and the target and compile versions are kind of low, and the rest seems fine. And in here, in the versions file, we have Gradle version 4.1.3. This is quite old. Let's try to bump this up and let's see if it works. So I would like to bump this to 830. Still, I don't get a chance to run the project. There is another thing that we need to bump when we own a legacy code that is quite old. That's the Gradle wrapper. So the recent version for the Gradle wrapper as of today is 8.7 or 6. Let's see. Yeah, now it seems to doing some stuff, and let's see if it runs. Still it didn't, and it doesn't say much. In here it says something related to my network, which can't be true. So let's click on the failed on top and scroll slowly down to see what's going on. So it is saying something around Hilt Dagger plugin. Let's see what version do we have for Hilt today. So Hilt is 2.3.3 and 1.0.0 for the Hilt Gradle plugin. I will try to bump this to the recent version, which is 2.51, and this is 1.2.0. Let's see if it works now. Still, I don't get a chance to sync the Gradle. And what it says, it is something maybe about Kotlin. Let's see what kind of version do we have here. Oh, I'm missing something here. Let's add this double quote. And yeah, now it is complaining about namespace not specified because of the Gradle version. Let's specify this. First of all, we need to find out which module is it that complaining. App module is complaining. Let's open the Gradle in the app module and specify namespace here. And try to sync again. Still, it doesn't work. Let's see what is wrong, if we can find out what's happening. So I still see some Kotlin plugin complaining. Let's see what version we are when it comes to Kotlin. 1.4, which is quite old. Today we are on 1.923, and for Kotlin coroutines we're 1.8.0. Now let's try to sync it again. And not any success. Still it is complaining about version code and version name, and this is happening inside a library module, which this doesn't need to be there anymore. So I take the liberty and just remove these two lines and try to sync again. Again, we get the namespace not specified, and let's check out which module it is this time. This time it is about data module. So I open the data module here and I add namespace equals this. Okay, now it has failed to find this dependency. Add Google Maven repository. Let's try and add this to see if it works, and I will try to sync the project one more time. Still, it is not able to sync this dependency. I will try to comment this out and see if it is used anywhere. Okay, now it seems to be happy. I will try and run the project. Okay, now it's complaining about Android build features, build config. It's not there. Let's try and add it into the app module. As we can see on the left side, the project is kind of recognized now. The Android selection is enabled and it has picked it up. So I just need to go into the app module and in here add the build features, build config equals to true. It kind of gives us a hint that we need this. Let's sync. Okay, now it seems to be fine. Let's try to run the project again. As we can see, some steps are failing. Let's give it some time for it to finish and we can find out what is wrong. So if I open the WoW view, it is complaining about my code has been compiled against Android 30 and dependencies used require a higher version. So I will go again and update my Gradle versions. So I will try to hit the recent version 34 and sync the project one more time. And try to run the project again. Still there are some failures. This time it is complaining that Android exported needs to be declared in our manifest. So I open the manifest file and in the only activity that this app has, add exported true and try to run it again. I still got some failures to fix. So I look into the error and it seems like Moshi is not happy with the Kotlin version or something like that. So I will try to bump my Moshi version here. I'm using an old version here, 1.11. The recent version is 1.15. Then I will sync the project one more time. And run the project now. It seems to be doing something, so let's hope that this will make... Okay. Now, it requires us that when expressions must be exhaustive. This is a requirement that added from some certain version of Kotlin. So I will option and enter here and use add else branch. For now I don't care about what to put here, I just want to run the project. Later we'll care about what to put in here. Okay, it ran for a second, but as soon as it ran, it crashed. Let's see one more time. Okay, the app is crashing. Now in order to see what is wrong, I open the logcat and it seems like something's related to the hilt Android and hilt view model. Most probably something is wrong with our view model's version. Something that I'm suspicious of is this fragment version is 1.3.1, which is quite old. Let's bump it to the recent version and see if it works. And I will try to run the project now. Okay, now we can see the project is run and I can even search here. If I search for a beach, okay, it crashes. Let's see what is it this time. It is complaining about a choker library that I've used in this project. Let's see what version of choker we're using. We're using 3.4, which is kind of old. I will try to bump it to the recent version, which is version 4. And it is syncing again. Once it is finished, I will try to run it one more time. Okay, still I have some failures to fix. In here it is complaining that this is an error move to val. Okay, then I will just remove it. I will try to launch it one more time. Now I will try to say something. Now let's try and see if the search function works. I will look for something like ocean, and we can see now the project is up and running again, and we could search for a keyword and get the result.